first lady.
I'm doing good, and you're looking good.
So are you. You know, I've been hearing something in the streets, and I just want to get some clarity on this.
Okay.
Before we even start this interview, okay?
Yes.
Now, I've heard
Yeah.
that you have become a fashion designer.
Yes.
What?
Isn't God good? God is so good. Thank you, Lord.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Now,
Yes.
Lady Ligon, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're a first lady.
Yes.
First ladies are supposed to be at home, studying the Bible 24/7. Where? Oh, wait. You're designing Amish dresses.
No.
No, okay, I get it. That's what you're doing. So you're at home, you're sewing little Amish dresses, and people are, getting little Amish dresses, little Amish hat, and that's what you're doing.
No. No.
Tell me about
It's
it.
Smooch's Apparel is going to come out on June 1st. It's going to debut,
Okay.
which is designs for the one like church. We've put stigma on what people wear to church. Sometimes you may not want to wear a suit. You just want to wear a dress. So Smooch's Apparel is for all types of women. And those are the things that I have designed, will have my own label on. Thanks be to God for Malcolm Diggs out of New Jersey. But the one thing that, too, is going to be a boutique side of it. And so this boutique side is not just, I want people that may want to go out.
Okay.
And this may be stigma to some, but I'm going to have pieces for young adults that may want to go out because I want them to come in there.
Okay.
But they're not going to leave the same way they came in.
Wow.
And so it's going to be a boutique that everyone can come to.
Wow.
But it's going to be, how like in barbershop,
Yeah, yeah.
how, you guys come and y'all talk and sit down and have a good time, talk men stuff.
Yes.
Well, this is going to be a place that the women, we can have our own conversation and we can get fashionably pretty and feel out leaving better than the way that we came in.
That's absolutely awesome. That's absolutely awesome. And now I heard that you're going to take smooches to Who's That Lady?
Sure, it's going to be coming out at Who's That Lady fashion show.
You're debuting it.
Yes, it's going to come out. I'm telling you, it's something to see. Now, my mind goes and it's a little bit different. Then, it may not be for everybody.
Right.
But for the women that want to look different, the women that want to come walk in the room and command it.
Yes.
To know that you are uniquely and wonderfully made.
Wow.
And to know that you're going to come in and not pay, too much for it.
Okay.
But you're going to stand out and look different.
Right. It's going to be something where, you can have a Ford Pinto or you can have a Mercedes Benz.
Either one. Or
And
you can have an Uber.
You can
driver.
have an Uber driver. So you get the whole gamut.
The whole
pretty much.
gamut. I'm having a VIP room where it'll be custom made pieces and stuff will be in for people that want to come in and just look different, to have their own little experience,
Right.
and get smooched.
Now tell me something. What inspired smooches, the design? I mean, you hit me with a new one here because I had no idea that you had I know you dress fine, you look good, but I never knew you had that type of artistic.
Well, I've always, from a child, I think after, life happens and things go on in your home, you start dreaming. And then dreaming wild things. I know my mind was, like, deep. And so I was dreaming for fashion, for clothes that my mom couldn't afford. Or my sister had a lot of clothes, but I'll never forget, I wanted this gold belt and gold shoes, and she left to go to school to John Hay before me, and I was going to Wilbur Wright, and I wanted to wear that gold belt and gold shoes so bad. So I was like, I'm gonna wear them, and we got bused. So I was like, I'm gonna get back home before she got me right there, right? But it didn't happen like that.
Oh no.
My sister beat the crap out of me. That's beat the crap. We fought. Oh my God, she beat me up. And I was just like, God, and I just started just having my own imagination with magazines and cutting out clothes, dressing, dolls, dressing, and just always was like, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be able to buy what I want to buy and look, just dreaming. And so as time went on, 2000 last year, Malcolm Diggs and we were talking. And I was like, you know, I've always wanted to have my own clothing label because I already dress first ladies. I dress ladies.
Okay.
And when they have special days, call me and I will get all of it together for them and have them going out looking fabulous.
Yes, yes.
And I do that anyway. So I was just telling him, he was like, well, why not, you know, have something that will have your label on it? I'm like,
Your
yeah,
label.
right.
Wow.
Whatever. And now it's actually, God is just blowing my mind, literally.
Blowing your mind.
Yeah, because I don't think I deserve it. I mean, it's like literally, you know, people look at you and they may think she got it all together. Well, I struggle with low self-esteem, but I get pleased and I get satisfaction when I see other women look good.
Yes, amen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Amen.
Like, like when a sister come in and she looks like nice,
Yes.
I be like, "Go, girl,
Right.
do your thing." I don't get jealous, or you know how some, out of who she thinks she is. Like, I'm like, "Yeah, you living, and
Come
you trying
on.
to live your best life," and I root for her. You know?
I'm sure most of the audience knows your story, the
Yes.
abuse, and,
Yes.
and all those things. What? Excuse me. One of the things I like, excuse me. One of the things I really like is that you've taken Who's That Lady or the Win
Yes,
organization, and you're helping other women
yes.
who are disadvantaged and less
Yes.
fortunate.
Yes.
Tell our audience exactly, for those that just may not quite understand the depth of what you're doing, tell them what WIN does for women in shelters.
On a day-to-day basis, we take for granted the big things that are small. Because for us to be able to go into our dresser drawer and go into our laundry room and pull out, you know, maybe it's a red day. You know, you pull out a red bra, red panties.
Right.
You know, you have a selection. You can go in and, you know, if you want Dow or Dove or whatever type of soap, and we have that. You have your toothbrush and toothpaste, and you're in the comfort of your own home. Well, we're serving women that doesn't have that, they don't have that luxury.
Right.
So to come in, and what WIN does is that we go into facilities and we take WIN boxes. They're beautiful package. We wrap them. We have tissue paper wrapped in them. They still have their tags on. They're new. And they get 5 bras, 14 pair of panties.
Wow.
They get toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, soap, shampoo, nail polish, conditioner, whatever it is that we have that we give to them with the toiletries. But the panties and bras, they can't believe that we're bringing so much and to present it to them so well.
Wow.
And so these are things that they may have forgotten. These are times that some of the women don't even know their bra size. They don't even know what size bra because they've never been measured. So if we can go in and make a difference on the intimate parts of a woman, then we just think that that's just going to uproot them to feel better about themselves. Because when you don't have on a bra and you hanging low,
Right.
it's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
And people be looking, oh, she ought to have a bra on, instead of somebody trying to get her one.
Get her one.
So this way, it helps her to feel good, not only on the inside that we thought of her, but on the outside to just make her look better.
Tell me about some testimonies, because our audience would like to know some testimonies.
Oh,
Give us a few testimonies.
There was a testimony, I think it was the year before last, because some of the women that are in the safe homes, they can't come out, but the women that are in the shelters and stuff always see them, and I never be like, you know, girl, I know where I saw you. They like, hey, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, yeah, you look good. I don't ever want them out in the street to be like, oh, I'm the one that gave you the panties and bras. You know, like,
Right,
no.
amen,
But
amen.
these women, there's one particular lady in this safe home. She was a mother of 2 daughters, and domestic violence situation, and he had hit her in the eye with a hammer.
Wow.
And going into this facility, talking with her, she was just like hated everybody. Every time you saw the kids were asking for their daddy. So I would go in, and it was like, I think the 3rd or 4th time I was there, and she asked me for a Bible.
Wow.
And I only had mine. And so I'm like, you know what? because I got these pages. You won't be able. I want you to have. Just give me a minute. So I asked them if I could leave, and that was the Christian bookstore was in Menor.
Okay.
So I went up there, got her Bible. They autographed it
Oh,
for
wow.
me. Yes, and I took it back to her, and she just became so welcoming and warm and learning. And her children, it seemed like once she wasn't so uptight,
Right.
it caused them to calm down. And so I still had that relationship with her. And she said that at first getting the gift, she was overwhelmed thinking that I wanted something from her, that the organization wanted her to do something or all of that. When we give those boxes, it's nothing.
Yeah, no strings
attached at all. And so that relationship I have had, and so this past Thanksgiving, we gave out hams and turkeys and $25 gift cards and sent to her. Make sure she got a Keurig, and this is a relationship that I will have for a lifetime.
Wow.
With her, and she's moved on, but she always thanks me and the organization for just coming out and to make a difference and not be pushy. Not to throw God down her throat, but to live a life in front of her and to give her testimonies of, because looking at me, she said you wouldn't think that I had been through what I had been through, but opening up and telling testimony, it pulls someone in to let them know that if you could do it, I could do it too. And now she's doing great.
You know, the WIN organization has been around how long?
Since June of 2016.
2016.
It'll be 3 years this June.
Wow, so it is not a fly-by-night organization.
No, and every request that we've had, we have filled. And I thank God for the board. I thank God for the community that steps up and gives us. We don't have grants or anything yet. We work on the community when we have a call for action, call for help, them making donations and bringing new panties and bras. And at the fashion show, we're asking everyone to come, all sizes, bring all size panties and bras. This is our only annual fundraiser that we have, and so we look forward to the community coming in, dropping off checks, dropping off new panties and new bras. And no one on our organization, on our board, we don't get paid. We do this for passion.
Wow.
And to produce purpose in others. And we see what God is doing with us. He blesses us, and so He blesses us to bless others.
Now you mentioned your board, and I have an idea. You have some awesome women.
Yes.
On your board.
Yes. Chelsea T. Purnell.
Yes.
She's our chair. Kay Gaines is our co-chair. Diana McDaniels is our treasurer. Sister Wilcher is our assistant treasurer and secretary. Tracy Mullen is our volunteer and special events coordinator. Natasha Watts is our corporate relations person. Shalene Bowles is our vice president. And I, Doniella Ligon, is your president and founder.
Wow. That is absolutely
and we have
awesome.
a new board member.
Okay.
Is Lady Gilmore, and she's she's our community relations person.
That's my girl.
Yes.
Wow.
And she's been helping us for so long, and a seat became open, and she was so happy to fill it.
I know she was.
Yes. She was
so tell us about Who's That Lady
Let me tell you,
Fashion
June
Show?
1st, you have to come out. Who's That Lady Fashion Show is not a typical fashion show. I say that because it's not commentating.
Yes.
And so people are coming out to see what women have on. And that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
But they're showcasing their outside, and I'm showcasing the inside. It's because I think that what's on the inside should radiate on the outside. And so these ladies are coming for, I say, hidden figures, dynamite women, powerful women of God. They so nervous about walking the runway. But I cannot wait to present to Cleveland, Akron, all the surrounding suburbs, these ladies that's going to blow their mind.
Tell us now, the ladies that are in this, these are
local
people?
Yeah, some pastors' wives, entrepreneurs, singers, ministers, event coordinators, it's like a Baskin Robbins of women.
A Prefla.
Yes.
A flavor.
Yeah, yes. And I cannot wait to allow them to walk. And then the entertainment is second to none. You have dinner for lunch.
Okay.
And it's just a good time to network and to pour in because they get a chance to tell their testimonies.
Okay.
So I believe that God will have people there that has been through or going through what
Okay.
they're going through, and just give them hope to let them know that if she could come out with her hands up, if she can come out and make something of her life, if she can come out and start over, I'll be 50. And now really
Wait, you skip that in. You're going to be 50?
I'm going to be 50 next year, April 22nd, 50. Wow. I'll be 50. And just now really tapping into the promises that God has given. I want it. And so now I'm going after it by any means necessary. And this is the thing. I'm not just going after it for me.
Okay.
But I want other women to come along and give hope and let them know that they can do it too. It's time out for haterade.
Amen. Amen. And I know you've had some challenges probably in that area because you're going against the grain.
Yeah, well, I never forget I did a fully loaded conference and I had a gun on the front of the flyer. But it was a gun shaped like a Bible, and then I did Get Naked. And, all of these things. But the thing of it is that so many of us in church are trying to recycle other members.
Okay.
We're trying to take, she can play good, so let me get her to play at my church. She can sing good. I want her at my church.
Right.
He can preach good. Let him be my associate. But why not go out and get those that nobody got?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, make a difference, whether they come to your church or not. Plant the seed.
Yes.
If you just allow God to plant the seed, God will do the increase. So I'm trying to get those that maybe nobody else wants.
Amen.
Maybe people have looked over. Those are the ones, when they say get naked, they're going to be coming. They're going to be thinking it's a pole.
Come on. That's what I thought.
And so those are the ones I want. But when they get there, they'll have an encounter that they'll never forget.
Now, do you still have vendors opportunities available?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why, because the vendors do well at this show.
Right.
And as soon as I put it out, I send it out to the vendors that were there last year, 2 weeks. And, I'm like, 2 weeks, I'm going to get them 2 weeks to sign up. Then I'm going to send it out. Then once you do that email blast, it's over.
It's done. Everybody wants to be a part. I do believe I was at the very first one.
Yes, you were.
And, yes, those vendors did very well.
Yes.
Very well.
Yes. And God has. And the first one, I think we had, it was like 250 people. No, 300.
Okay.
Remember, and now we're 525.
525. Now, I think I remember that this is at a church, right?
This is at Lander Haven. Remember that?
I don't remember no church named Lander Haven. Is there a church named Lander Haven?
No.
Ain't you a first lady?
Everything ain't got to be at the church. Everything don't have to be at the church. Like for me, even with our women's fellowship, I encourage us to leave out the four walls.
Yes.
And let's fellowship, and this may be oxymoron and it may, I may get backlash from other pastors' wives, but we had an older lady that was at our church and we were having a meeting at the church. And so I had asked, I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? And she just said she felt alone. And I'm like, wow, she's married and everything. Somebody was like, well, ain't she married? But it tugged at my heart. So I'm like, well, what do you like to do? She said, well, I love blues. And she was like, I don't want to tell you, Sister Ligon, but I like the slot machine.
Okay, yeah.
I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So I found out where there was blues.
Okay.
And it was at the Racino.
Okay. All right.
And it was about 30.
I'm waiting for the lightning.
It was about 30 ladies that we took out there.
Oh.
Now, mind you, I didn't play the slot machines.
I know you was at the blackjack table, but go ahead.
No, but I was there, and they had it was a DJ. God just planned it so, and people can say, well, God's not in that.
Oh, yes, he is.
God planned it so. We walked in there, we had a whole section.
Wow.
And the guy was playing blues.
Wow.
And line dancing and out. I mean, when I tell you had a ball, she didn't want to go home. Now, mind you, I called her husband, asked was it okay for me to pick her up. Yeah. When I picked her up, I had her flowers and I brought something for him. Wow. I said what time she had to be back in. He didn't care. He take her.
Have fun.
But it was like midnight. I'm like, okay, we got to get ready to go.
Right.
She didn't want to leave,
Wow.
but had a good time. And so what we sold into her, whether she went to go, I didn't even keep up with her, whether she went to go play the slot or not, it made a difference in her life.
Yes.
And this lady now, every time she says, Sister Ligon, I just love you, because we showed love to her where she was.
Come on.
You know, and so that's how I am, where it may not fit for everyone else. But if this is going to for you to have women to come around you and love you and make you not feel alone and make you feel wonderful and everything, I don't have to partake in what she's doing.
That's right.
But what I can do is make her know that there's other that care enough about her to whatever makes her happy, we're going to do that part. So, you know, she didn't ask for nothing to drink or, you know, nothing to smoke or nothing like that. She just wanted to go and hear some blues.
As a matter of fact, you got a comment from Tia Birch. She said, "Oh my God,
she was there.
We had so much fun that night."
I'm telling you, and it made me like, and I got permission from my husband, and I was like, I was scared to ask him, but I told him, you know, no one got out of hand.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
God was in it.
But we had people coming over saying, where y'all from? Can we come? Can we be a part? It was an open, free place, but they were over there and people were having fun, laughing, you know, and dancing to my $2 or your $2. Something, it was a blues song.
Right.
My mother, everybody else got on that floor for them last $2.
Wow.
And I just sit and smile and took pictures and allow her to have pictures, because we never know when we're doing the last for somebody.
Yes.
And if that put a smile on her face, and that's all I wanted, because I don't ever want anyone to feel alone. So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is an awesome woman of God. Doniella Ligon, Lady Doniella Ligon Ministries presents Who's That Lady? The cost of the ticket or the cost of the donation.
It's only $50. When you come, you're going to want to give more. The entertainment second to none. We have a live band. I'm not going to give it away, the other stuff that we have coming. But the food alone is worth $50.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the food
is delicious.
Oh, my goodness. It's top of the line. And then you have other things that's going to go on that will entertain you. So you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. Type in who'sthatlady.com. You can call me 216-714-2WIN, and we can get you tickets. And if you can't come, why don't you? We're trying to sponsor 50 ladies, 10 ladies from 5 different organizations. So we're asking people to go on Eventbrite, Cash App, Women in Need, men, and sow a seed of $50. We are a 5013C. You can deduct it on your taxes at the end of the year. You ask for a paper, we'll give it to you. And so just to make the difference in the life of a woman that normally couldn't go anywhere. And so she's going to get her nails done, her hair done, come out. You're going to buy her ticket, and she's going to have a day of fun. So I appreciate and thank those in advance that's going to sow a seed for a woman in need.
Yes. Well, folks, you heard it right here on KAZ Radio. None other than Who's That Lady? Saturday, June 1st, 2019 at 11:30. Starts at 11:30 a.m. at the Executive Caterer. So come on out, have a good time. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Promise.
Amen and amen. And she may even have some slot machines. I don't know what she's gonna have there, but it's gonna be a good time. Well, Lady Ligon, as always, it's a pleasure seeing you.
And you know what? I love interviewing with you because you make me laugh. I love you. I love your wife so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I'll close with this. I love you. Jesus loves you.
Yes.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Thank you, Lord.
God bless.